Hello.
Hello and welcome to Aint Got a Clue. My name is Kae Kurd.
I'm Marcus Bronzy. How you doing, man?
I'm all right, man. How are you?
I'm all right, man. I'm all good. We've had the break in weather now in the UK. We've had our heat wave that we've spoken about, and now we've been covered in rain for the last few days, isn't it?
Do you know what? Right, we don't deserve good things.
Yeah.
We don't deserve good things because the amount of people I saw complaining about it, like they can. I don't know. I was going to say something sweary, but anyway.
They could do one.
They could do one.
It did get so hot that my supermarket fridges, my local supermarket fridges, they malfunctioned, which basically meant they had to take all of the produce off and put it in the back. So you couldn't get like chilled meats, like fresh meat. You couldn't get cheeses, none of that. It was so hot that they couldn't handle it. It's kind of like an example of Britain, innit, really? Really, innit?
Do you know what really annoyed me? The fact that 24-hour supermarkets have still not come back.
Yeah, what happened? Because I was really excited when they came out, and then what
during
happened?
COVID, like anything else. See, COVID didn't really kill people. It did, but like it didn't.
1 minute in, Kay. This is you know what I've got to say. This is a headline grabber of a show.
What it did was it killed more businesses than I reckon it killed people. It still killed people. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. It finished off certain businesses that were living hand to mouth or like were doing okay.
Not even Top Man finished, Top Shop finished, all of that, But then like 24-hour supermarkets are like, oh yeah, because of COVID, they're not going to be 24 hours anymore, and then they never came back to normal hours.
I love a 24-hour supermarket.
The hospitality industry is on its arse, mate. It's on its arse. Do you know what I mean? It's finito, bruv.
Finished.
Here's a controversial take for somebody that comes from a Muslim background. I think the erosion of pub culture in this country is devastating for Britain.
Yeah, man. And also, there is. I agree. I think pub culture is something that is very unique that we have over here. I am a pub goer. I enjoy it. And also, Kay, I'll have you know, you're more than welcome to come to a pub and have a soda or a Coca-Cola or a lemonade. And there are people I know who do partake in teetotal pub outings, right?
Yeah.
And the pub still does make money off the drinks because like a spray of Coca-Cola and lemonade probably only costs like 5p and they charge you £3 for it. So they're all right. You're all right.
So, but what I mean is because it helps with that feel of a community.
Of course.
That's what it does for a lot of people. And it's a cheaper way to see your friends rather because 100%. A lot of the time now when you see your friends there always has to be an activity involved. I went
for drinks with my friend on Saturday. We had a couple of drinks, reasonably priced night. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, cool. Whereas if you were to go and do an activity or we don't really do clubbing like that, an activity that can be like 3 times. I was
speaking to Richie Driss about this and he was saying how when he went to Algeria his mates just met up on the road and that was it. His cousins. They just met up on the road to see their mates, and that was it. And he was like, "What are we doing? Are we doing anything?" I was like, "No,
we're hanging out."
Yeah,
hanging out.
Yeah, and he was like, it was a bit of a mind fuck, wasn't it? Because you're like, "What do you mean? Like we're just standing."
He was like, "What's the motive?" This is the motive.
We are currently at the motive, my friend.
How long are we going to do this for? A couple of hours
till we get bored, basically. Yeah. But that's what I think. Yeah, so like. Yeah, I think COVID killed off like those and the 24-hour supermarkets and the reason I bring up 24-hour supermarkets was it was that cold. I put on my thing. I was like, I might go and sleep in Tesco, and I was like, even if I don't go to sleep there, it'd be nice to just go to Tesco and just feel the aircon for a bit.
Stand in the chilled section.
Do you know what I mean? It's like 11 p.m. and you're like still like flipping boiling. But anyway, it is what it is. Country is on its arse, but
do you know pubs?
We're still better than most places. Rule Britannia rules the waves.
Wow.
Never ever.
You know, pubs used to have family rooms. You know that? Like actual rooms called family rooms for your family. Like, so there'd be like games in there.
They also used to separate the classes.
That's the good old days. I thought he was going to say sexes. That was going to be like, that was the really good old
races.
days. Yeah, even better. That was better, yeah. That was better. That was the best. Pint of the black stuff, please.
I would have never been made.
I would have existed, yeah.
Those were the days when nobody like me could be made.
Yeah.
No, fucking hell.
But yeah, man. But yeah, no, you're right. It did change a lot, man. And I think COVID, we are still, even though we are 5 years after it's happened, I think we are still massively feeling the shockwaves of this.
Of course.
every week, and every week there's stuff that happens, and COVID's still about. People are still getting COVID, bro.
Yeah, but like, grow up in it.
No, don't be like that.
No. If you're getting COVID in 2025, grow up.
No, don't be like that.
Oh, did a COVID test. Oh,
don't be like that, Kae.
Boo.
Don't be like that, Kae.
What do you mean you did a lateral flow test in 2025? You fucking loser.
Don't be like that, Kae. Some people out there are having a really bad time.
You loser. No, get it, but like...
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, don't tell us about it, bro.
Just call it. Would you say it's been downgraded back to like flu level?
It is the flu. It was always the flu.
Yeah. But we we gave it.
I know it was always the flu, but then they went and made it like sound incredibly worse. Listen. At the time, I was abiding by all the rules. Yeah?
I did as well.
In hindsight, I'm like, what the fuck were we doing, bro? What were we doing, bro? Traffic lights to get into a supermarket.
That was funny. I love that. I loved that.
Oh, it's red. I can't go in. It's red. Yeah, come off it, man.
I love that.
Like at the time, I followed the rules to the letter of the law. I got all the vaccines and all sorts, and then I'm just like, look back at it now, and I'm like, what the fuck? It was just the flu, bro.
It's very easy to say that when you've been jabbed up, you've got all of the vaccines, bruv. Bro, people was dying, bro.
Yeah, but people die every year from the flu.
They do. Flip it. Wow. They do, innit? But COVID.
No, but they do.
COVID was horrible, bruv.
But it's just the flu.
It's not just the flu. Do you know what the difference was? It was like a roulette, innit? It was like Russian roulette. Like some people that were like healthy, they were like fucked though, innit? Whereas normal healthy people, if they get the flu, they just do some push-ups. You get me? They just run it off.
No, when I get the flu, I'm finished.
Really?
Yeah, I don't get ill often, but when I do, if I get the flu, I'm like, brother, what is this? Back aching.
You always play it down when you're sick. When you tell me you're sick, you're always like, yeah, I'm sick, but firms. Like, you never really like let me know your vulnerability. Like, and that's cool. I'm not judging you, but I feel like you just like.
I rarely get ill. Yeah. I rarely get ill. If I do, I'm like, yo, how do you lot deal with this regularly?
It's hard, bruv. It's hard. I used to be a bit of a sick Simon, bruv. Yeah, getting the flu all the time till I had my tonsils whipped out, bruv.
Yeah, no, man. I don't know how some of you people do it. Like that, you're always cold and you're always like, oh, I've got. Yeah, just move, man. Just have some spinach in your diet. Get a tomato in you, some vegetables.
There was a geezer I knew that was just always sick. Like always had something, and like I know it's really unfair, but you're kind of a bit like, yeah, you're like you don't really want to chill
unfair.
next to the sick person.
Bro,
like, get some vitamins,
if
get some sunlight.
If you're always ill, do not hang around me, please.
Because something's not right.
Yeah, because you are the top 5 people you hang around with.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Are you?
I'd probably be 6'7" if that was true.
I was gonna say I'm lonely. I'm by myself. Okay,
no, you've got loads of friends. What are you talking about?
I love my own time. But to be fair, okay, that's what I loved. I did. Now looking back, right? I think yes, it was horrible. Yes, it was bad. I really enjoyed. Lockdown, I really enjoyed not having to see people. I loved having that extra excuse. Sorry, mate, I can't come. COVID. No one would ask any questions. Oh, mate, I can't make that thing. COVID. Do you get me? Like, I got to have. What's the opposite of FOMO? Fear of missing out?
Yeah, you probably had delight.
JOMO. I had JOMO, bruv. I was like, joy of missing out.
Joy of missing out.
I was like, sorry, guys.
Oh, I thought I was going to say something else. Delight at making the right decision.
There's rice at home.
There does need to be like an alternative for FOMO where like there's that smugness you get when people are like, oh, it was shit, man. We should have done what you did.
Yeah, you know, like with the F1 with the rain this weekend, right? A lot of people at the F1 when it rained, I was like, I was like, ha. It's raining. You get me?
Yeah. There's a lot of people that aren't even into F1 that were there, which really annoyed me.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Because I'm not really into F1, but I came as your guest. And
no, but you knew like.
Yeah, but mate, I've met Nico Hulkenberg, innit? Like me and him have had a chat in it. Like by the way, quite a big guy, you know. He's like my height. He's very big for an F1 driver, isn't it? Congratulations, he got his first podium. Well done for him. Whoa. After 200 and what races?
Some races, yeah, something like that.
I didn't know.
I was looking at Wimbledon, by the way.
How was that? Oh, what was going?
No, I remember I told you last week. I wish I want to go to Wimbledon, innit? Yeah. I saw a TikTok about the process about queuing up because someone was like, "Why don't you just go and queue up?" But firstly,
okay, for the first time, I'm going to feign ignorance. I've actually watched this. Was it like a 6 minute? Was it quite a long video?
Yes.
Oh my God! But I'm going to pretend I haven't.
Yeah.
What? Go on, tell.
So let me tell you first of all. Yeah. Do you know who the fuck I am? No, away from like comedy and whatever. Like you know me in it. Like
Yeah.
I'm not getting. This guy got up at like 3 a.m. before the trains.
Okay. Honestly, he woke up at 1:45.
All right, listen,
He
man.
woke up at 1:45 to drive from some. It must have been Midlands.
Listen, yeah. I don't care how good the sport is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not waking up at that time for anything.
I'm gonna double down on it, Kate, and say I'm not queuing.
I don't queue for anything. I don't queue in it. Like so, and also if you're going by yourself, If I'm going with mates, that's even worse. Like because all right. Let's just go through what happened. Right. So he wakes up at 1:45, whatever, drives to Wimbledon, gets there. They say the first 1,500 people in the queue will get centre court or court number 1. This guy gets there at like 3 a.m, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gets given a name tag, or a number, whatever.
Yeah. Individual ticket. Yeah.
Guy's like number 2,900, bro. At 3 a.m.
Yeah.
What are you people doing for jobs?
He said there was a funny bit in the video where he talks about the background chat conversation. Do you remember that bit of video? Because you may have, as I did, fast forward through certain sections because with our decreased attention span, I'm like a 6 minute tick, a 5 minute video now, bro. Let's get through it.
2 times C.
He did say a lot of the queue talk was like, yeah. This is so crazy, man. Oh, this is like, how was Glasgow last week? Oh yeah, it was great, man. It was great. It's like that kind of stuff.
I think he referred to it as Tory Glasgow. Like Wimbledon is Tory Glasgow. So look, it's insane, isn't it? He got there, and then he didn't get to go on court number 1 and centre court, and then you can go to a ticket resale bit where they can get your ticket to swap it with another ticket. Or
if someone doesn't turn up or something.
Honestly, the whole thing just sounded like such a ball ache that I am never, unless I get a ticket in a ballot or I get invited by a brand or something.
Yeah,
I am never doing that.
I don't know if I want to even if I got a ticket in the ballot, if I had to do that amount of queuing, because he had to like do the queue for the bit Kay said, where that's where people camp. Then there was another queue. Then there was another queue where they finally tell you have to relieve yourself of your items or pay for them to be stored. And he called it like the camper chair graveyard, where people were just abandoning their camper chairs. And then when he got in, he had to queue to get into the courts that he wanted to see anyway.
See, this is all just ridiculous.
He said it took 10 hours in total to see a bit of tennis, like queuing and travelling. And he was
you're going to just watch some fucking shit match.
And then at the end, though, I did like it.
Imagine if it rains.
Yeah.
Imagine if it rains. So
Horrible.
if you're not on centre court or court number 1, you haven't even watched any tennis and you're still tired. If I woke up at 1 a.m. to go and watch tennis, by 12 p.m. I'd be knackered. By noon, I would be knackered.
He does say that his head starts. I've really paid attention. He says, I started to feel tired, so I headed home early. And then
That was 7 p.m.
Kicker at the end of the video, he goes, so a lot of you were going to be asking if it was worthwhile and if I'd do it again.
No.
And I was like, you know what, bro? Thank you. You did us a service.
A public service.
Did us a service.
There is no way in hell you're going to catch me doing it. And the thing is, so I was actually thinking about this because I would like to go Wimbledon, but just to wear the suit and look nice and take the photos. But actually watching the tennis in silence, I told you this.
Yeah.
I just can't. That's going to be boring.
Your ADHD might start kicking in, self-diagnosed. Start kicking in. So we're sitting there and it's like, I done the impression last week, but we're sitting there and it's getting really tense and you're going to start like, your knee's going to start going.
Oh mate, I'm going to be finished there. So
should we get some strawberries and cream? Do you want strawberries and cream? I'll get strawberries and cream, man. Yeah, cool.
I'll just end up doing some nonsense, bro. Just like, taking loads of pictures and whatever. But yeah, man. Yeah. Honestly, and even like the F1, I would like to go there, but next time I go, I want to go on a paddock and that sort of stuff.
And I've done that kind of stuff before. It's really cool, just like being around the team and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I want to see that because
they're like no phones because this is like proprietary software that you can't share or whatever.
Fine.
It's so cool. It's
all
so
good.
Cool.
But that's the next time I go F1. That's how I want to watch it. I don't want to be in the crowd, unfortunately.
And for those of the Clueless clan, or if you're new to the show and you've just joined the clan, that think Kay and I sound like two spoilt bastards, you are correct.
You are correct.
You are correct.
But where were you when I was driving to Leicester 3.5 hours for 50 quid?
There you go. Where were you when I was driving to flipping Carlisle, to do a warm-up set? Were you there?
Yeah.
Were you there? Were you there?
Where were you, bruv, when we had to drive to Plymouth, bruv?
Yeah, well, there we go.
Plymouth.
To
gig in front of 150 people and then drive back.
Surprisingly, they know the music in Plymouth quite good. But still, I had to go there. It was a 5-hour drive, return drive.
That is one of the longest drives as well. People don't talk about how far Plymouth is.
People don't understand that as soon as you get down to do we call it a willy or the leg? What do we call it?
Honestly,
that bit of it.
We don't call it any of that.
The phallic side of the UK.
No.
The phallic
Isn't
corner.
it just
of
the West Coast?
Yeah, the West Coast. And Cornwall. Once you get down there, you can't travel as fast as you usually do on the motorways. It's A roads and stuff like that. So getting around, it's a long thing.
I don't even know if they're like internet's good and stuff over there.
I think they've got fiber now. Okay, I think they are. They've got 4G.
Do they?
Yeah, they've got it. Yeah. Have you done a Penzance gig yet?
No.
We need to get you a Land's End gig.
I was on a tube the other day.
Yeah.
And
what?
I heard.
1 second, guys. Do you want to just rewind that 15 seconds and hit?
I use the tube a lot.
What?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you know? Why are you doing that face for, man? No, I use the tube a lot.
Kay used to screw up his face if I selected Uber X for an Uber before. Not Lux.
there were 3 people and I overheard their conversation. Yeah. And one of them was like, "What should we get? Should we go and get chicken cottage?" And the other one, "What's chicken cottage?"
What?
Bro, I was like, "Who are these people?" He was like, "Oh, it's just like fried chicken," and she was like, "Oh, okay." And then they said something else, and she was like, "Oh, I've not been to like East London before. The only areas I've been in is Southwest London, and that's it. And Central London." And I was just like, "Who the fuck is this?" Like,
part of me wants to see the look on their face when they first get to said chicken shop, because in your head, if imagine that, Kay, wipe all information that you have about chicken shops out your head, right? You're going to a place that is called Chicken Cottage, and you're from outside of London where probably you know what cottages are. What are you going to presume that you're going to see with no knowledge?
A cottage, firstly,
with like a really nice, friendly, like old mother in there being like, "Welcome, sit down and have a glass of mead."
The logo in my head would be a cottage with a chicken's head sticking out.
Yeah, like a barn. Yeah.
Welcome to the chicken cottage.
Quack, quack.
Welcome to Chicken Cottage. We got free chicken cottage for everybody. We got chicken breast, chicken wings.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Welcome to Marcus's Chicken Cottage.
Yeah.
Chicken Cottage.
We got a strip burger. We got 2 for $2, which actually costs $8.99, but it's 2 for $2. They're not thinking that they're going to have that experience, which is 2 to 4 chairs max, a table.
Someone that doesn't really speak that much English serving you.
So I'd like to see.
But that's the beauty in it. You don't.
I love it.
If somebody spoke full English serving me in a chicken shop, I'd be like, "What's the catch here? Where's the cameras?
You know how they say?
Where are the cameras?
You know how they say there's an ongoing joke, like if a West Indian food shop is too polite, the food ain't that good. Yeah. Same way, if I went into like a chicken shop, someone's like, "Welcome to this establishment, sir. Please have a seat. Would you like a number 4? I believe you had the number 4 last time with extra mayonnaise."
I would call trading standards there and then.
Shut this place down.
There and then I would call trading standards.
This is not what I want to see. This is not what I want to hear. I need authentic UK fried chicken.
I was at a gig the other day. I'm not going to mention where. And somebody had the dog on the top of the bar. And then everybody else was like, "Oh, that's so cute." And I was like, "And that's how you get a 1-star food hygiene rating."
So, okay,
I've got a dog and I wouldn't do that.
I've held back on this on the show. I've wanted to mention this a few times because I think people think I'm unreasonable. I want to front this by saying I do like animals, right? I do like dogs. They are floor animals, right?
Okay.
Their feet are on the floor.
Yes.
So they have no business having their feet on chairs, on tables, or on bars. And I'm increasingly seeing people with their dogs picking their dogs up off the floor and putting them on chairs where I have to sit. My ass has not been on the floor.
Okay, so
and on bar and on tables.
So, just as an aside to that, you see, if you sit down on the tube, when you get home, do you then sit down?
Clothes.
Okay, good.
Change clothes. When I get in, I change clothes. When I get in, I just back off all my garments and walk around wood up. It's the best thing to do, especially when the weather's like this.
I find that so funny that like. I'm just imagining you just like, as the door closes behind you, just everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
And you just like, left them on the floor by
I kick him towards the washing machine.
Like,
yeah. Oh, man.
Sort of like a Billy Elliot dance.
Yeah, man. Yeah, letting that fresh air. Yeah,
jumping
man.
about like a ballet performance. Fat jig in the mirror.
Yeah, man.
Catch yourself. Oh shit.
Yeah.
To your missus is like, what are you doing? I didn't know you were here. I thought you were out.
What did I tell you about getting naked at the front door? Last time you left it open. Anyway, right. So the dog, the great example though, because I see the dog sitting with its raw arsehole. You know when the dogs sit when they're good, this raw arsehole is on the seat. So I know now that there's bumhole on that seat, and with the dog on the bar, if it perches down for a while, there's bumhole on the bar. That's disgusting. And bumhole on the table. A dog's on the table is not cool. I don't care how pretty and cute your dog is. Fuck it off onto the floor. It's a floor creature. Keep it on the floor. If you want to do that at home, that's cool. But in my, it's like me just backing off my trousers and sitting my ass on the table. That's how I feel. Is that an unreasonable thing?
I've just got this image of you naked now with your asshole on the bar. Going,
So, have I made my point now?
Is this unreasonable?
Is this unreasonable? Oh.
I demand it to be so.
Officer, I was trying to make a point. And sometimes you got to be visual.
Just fucking.
Sorry, I don't believe exposing yourself to the whole of the venue should have been what you've done. And maybe using words would have been more sensible.
With your feet just
dangling off the bar
like that, like.
Yeah.
And you go
barking back at the dog. Bro, see how you like it. But yeah, man, I think there's a thing with with Riot, right? She's a big dog who has a bad rep, right, because of what the breed, right? Yeah, but lovely dog, well behaved, like a bit cheeky, well behaved. From what I've seen when I talk to you and stuff like that, she doesn't start barking randomly at other dogs. Oh. Small dogs doing that, upset me just as much as if Riot was to be like that, because I'm like, you're a prick to the owner. Teach your dog not to be like that.
I only ever take my dog to places where they say this is dog friendly.
Yeah.
So then, like, I don't go and then also, most of the time I leave my dog at home when it's like things like that. When it's her time to go out, she goes out. But
she has her own time, yeah.
I'm not going like, oh, can I bring my dog to this link?
Yeah. And you wouldn't let your kids stand... I'll let it go, sorry. You wouldn't let your kids walk all over the table and bar, would you? Just stand all over
Some
it
people
with
do. Have you not met people?
Disgusting fuckers.
Have you not met people?
Yeah, they're
some of their kids.
Horrible
Fuck me, mate.
Yeah.
It is absolutely ridiculous what's going on. But yeah, anyway, lots been going on this week, like sporting wise. The women's Euros has started as well. Club World Cup still going on. Did
you watch the France game?
No, I didn't.
We got fucked, bro.
Oh, is it?
They shagged us. Yeah. We scored a goal. VAR cancelled the goal. I'll be honest
with you. I haven't been watching the Club World Cup, and for the same reason I'm not watching the Euros.
Why?
Women's Euros.
Why?
I'm just like, I'll wait till it gets to like the exciting stage.
Yeah. I'll like I do with all football, by the way. This isn't me being a misogynist. I'll make a half effort to watch the games like this, and then as the tournament warms up,
with the World Cup, with the male World Cup, I will admit, like with the Qatar one, I was sat there in the morning all the way to the evening watching every game.
Really?
Yes, bruv. I had nothing to do, and I was like, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
But because it was in winter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a really fun. Yeah, like so. It was like. Oh yeah.
It was at the end of November, start of December. I was like, I could go outside where it's cold, or I could stay here and watch football all day.
Yeah.
Easy decision. Whereas when the sun's out, I'm probably going to be out and doing stuff and then be like whatever. But yeah, there was what you think you want me to miss out on 30-degree heat and watch Botafogo versus Palmeiras? I'm all right, bruv. Watch Al Ain or Widad. Versus Manchester City, fucking trash games, and then like the women's World Cup, women's Euro. Sorry, I don't really get into it until like it's like England are like really far in.
France England was a good game to watch. It was genuinely, bruv. Two good teams, great players.
The one thing that gets me about a women's game, right? And I've been criticised over it. I haven't been criticised, sorry, but I've said this in the past. And Farrah Williams, England's most capped player ever, agreed with me. I said that they should. Make the goal smaller, and reduce the pitch size.
Why?
Because they're playing on men's pitches and men's are bigger. Men are big. In the WNBA, they lowered the net.
Yeah. I see your logic.
Do you know what I mean? And I think
I see your logic.
Because sometimes you see like 30-yard screamers in the women's game, and you're like, well, it's obviously.
But then I like that, so I might argue to make the goals twice as big, make the pitch small anyway, and then you've got scores like 15-17. I want that. I want games like that.
Yeah, but
you know,
I just think if they were smaller, pitches were smaller, like because women's bodies are smaller. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's like you having someone.
Generally, okay, we get it. Generally, sorry, I'm counteracting the comments.
But if you've got someone that's like 5'10" in a goal that's designed for men that are over 6 foot, doesn't really.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so I just think I always thought that Farrah Williams agreed with me. So yeah, but I think I think that would make the game a lot more fun to watch. It'd be faster, it'd be quicker.
It'd be yeah. Right.
There's less space to cover and stuff as well.
Listen, men try it out. They can just try it out and see how it goes. You know how they try a new football for different tournaments sometimes? Let's try it out.
There's men and women's categories in all other sports for a reason, right? It's like you don't get men competing with women for a reason. So it would make sense. Like in the WNBA, they make the net like a bit shorter because women generally aren't as tall as the men in that game.
Would we then have to think about things like tennis? Would we make adjustments there?
I think women,
would you make the racket smaller or bigger? And the net higher or lower?
No. I think with women they play 5 sets.
Just less sets?
No, because they're playing
How
3.
Many do men play?
They play 3. Men play 5.
Yeah.
Women play 3.
Yeah.
But I think in that one, women should play 5.
But you don't want to make any adjustment to the pitch size?
No.
Why?
Because it's tiny anyway.
Still, that makes a difference though, no?
No, not really. Because in that one, it's like... It's a small thing. It's 1-on-1. It's one person versus another, right? It's not like 2, and it's like there's brackets involved.
All right, fair enough.
It's not like you're just kicking the thing. And also the people that you're coming up against in that one, it's like.
Would we do it with women's rugby then as well? Would we make the pitch smaller and the goals different?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
A lot of infrastructure.
So something that was another thing I was thinking about the other day. I feel like rugby is the sport where the least technique is required.
What do you mean?
Okay, so with football, you have to know how to kick a ball and, do you know what I mean? Like, certain skills required or whatever. Basketball, same thing, dribbling, whatever. With rugby, I feel like if you've got a bit of athleticism and you're strong, and that's pretty much all you need.
There are positions which require strength, brute strength.
Yeah.
But there are also highly technical positions, because to kick a ball shaped like that through the goal, that's hard, bro.
But how often are you doing that? Most of the time, can you run fast?
Yeah.
Hold this, run.
Pass backwards.
Yeah, like
run,
there's no real technique about it. Like you never go, oh, have you seen? Like, you know, when in football they're like, oh, he's played a 30-yard pass, or in basketball they're like, oh my god, did you see that?
So this will be the point, right?
Yeah.
Where that someone's going to clip this and play it back when we go and play some rugby for a rugby experience.
So look,
and I feel like after that day, we'll just... All I'm saying is we'll ask for your opinion again.
I told you it requires athleticism and strength. I said the least technique. I never said it's easy. I said that in comparison to other sports, it doesn't need as much technique. There's no technique really required, like, or maybe passing the ball. But even then, it's like if you're look at Paul Alima, he played rugby.
I was ready for that. Yeah. I was like, what Paul say? What the fuck? Get out of here, mate.
No, he'd probably agree, because it's like, as long as you're like in decent shape and you can run and be strong.
Yeah.
You don't really need to. I reckon if you're a strong athletic person, you could get into professional rugby at like 19. And the other thing is, with like basketball, people talk about how hard it is to get into it. If you're over 6'3", you've already...
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that the level of skill is so high.
With basketball, the level of skill is very high. But you need to be... like,
I know some short guys that have got handles, bruv.
Yeah, but they're never going to make the NBA.
Nah.
If you want to make the NBA, just make sure you're over 6'3", first of all.
Yeah, that helps.
And then start...
I reckon a team of people that were skilled enough, that were short, could probably smash up a bunch of standard 6'3" players. Like a bunch of me's, like my height with a normal skill set versus a bunch of people
you
that
don't have
are
a normal
close
skill
to
set,
your
though.
height. Yeah, but my height, but a standard skill set, which is probably higher than my current skill set, and then your height, for example, but like
Wow.
NBA level skills. You're gonna brush us, bro. You're gonna be like the Harlem Globetrotters. You're gonna be like going past us going.
Yeah, but when we face people our own height,
I reckon you still give them some trouble.
no, you just need to be better than everybody else that's 6'3".
You never watched Space Jam, bruv. Size don't matter all the time, bro.
It does.
And that is one of the best documentaries
Size
ever.
matters in everything. Whatever anybody tells you, it's a lie.
It does make a big difference. You're on 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
it makes a difference.
Do you know what? I realised we've not seen each other in person for a few weeks, you know, bro.
Yeah, I know. We've been on the Zooms, but we've both been busy. It is life. It's summer. We might have to take a break as well. To be fair, there's lots of stuff going on.
It's the first I've heard of that. Right. But before you guys worry, we've actually got a new thing that we're doing. It's called Clueless Questions, right? But there's a new way of you guys getting in contact with us. You've probably heard it in our little ads and stuff like that. And that is a way for you to reach out to us because basically you guys want to let us know how you feel. We've got a few different types of questions you can ask us, including Clueless Courts and Ask Us Anything. But we'll get into them as we go. If you want to get involved in this part of the show, all you have to do is click the link in the show description or head to the link in our Instagram bio. So, okay, the first one that we have up is a Clueless Court. This is a kind of question where you and I are the judge, jury, executioner, and we decide whether something is illegal or who if someone is guilty or if they're not.
Okay,
say,
yeah.
right?
Marcus trying to work out the court systems there.
Wouldn't know. It'd be bad if I was very good in it. If I was like, yeah, and the CPS, all that stuff.
How many times have you been witness?
Oh, no. That's a loaded question, isn't it? Snitchness. Right.
Snitches.
Get snitches. Right.
Snitch, man. Just snitch. Snitching is good.
Oh, yeah.
I promote snitching.
Yeah, man. Oh, my. Okay, I've been watching 24 Hours in Police Custody, right? The kind of television that I thought I would never get hooked to. Oh, my God. It's... Some of the episodes draw me in.
I know. So can I just... I need to say something, right?
Yeah.
I know somebody that was in police custody recently.
Yeah.
And the police asked, would you like something to drink? And they go, can I have some sparkling water? I must add... look, listen. The person that told me, right... they laughed about it afterwards, but at the time they were mentally unwell. But like it was,
I mean,
to the point where even the police started laughing.
that is funny, isn't it? That is funny though.
May I have some sparkling water, please, officer?
Yes.
Thank you.
A twist of lime, please. A twist of lime.
Yeah. Imagine
That's
if they
funny.
asked like, would you like a lemon with that? Well, the only lemon I see here is the one before me.
But yeah, 24 Hours in Police Custody, it started off as a show where they just had people in custody that are trying to prove
Yes.
they're guilty or not. And it moves on to major crimes. We're talking like there's a crystal meth episode where crystal meth is being imported
That's so funny.
from
Like,
LA.
it starts
Sorry,
off
not from
with-
LA, from the US.
That sounds so funny. Like it starts off with like, this is Jeremy. Jeremy's had a parking ticket or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, now, on to Angela. She's spearheaded a massive cocaine ring.
Bro, it just gets wilder and wilder. Imagine like the country bumpkin energy that you get from certain parts of the US, right? But then they apply that to sort of our like county borders and stuff, our county lines and borders and stuff. So no joke, in this one episode, right, this guy gets pulled over in his car, right? This guy pulls over, comes out of his car. He's quite camp, whatever, and they go like, "Are you okay?" He goes, "Oh no, you can't search my car." Bro, obviously immediately they're going to search his car. He sits down. They go, "Have you got anything in your car before we search it that we should be worried about or you're worried about?" He goes, "I got my Chinese." They're like, "Don't worry, your Chinese is going to be fine. Yeah? Can we search your car?" He says, "Yeah," but they were going to search anyway. Bruv, pull out a bag, yeah?
It's not mine.
Open it up, yeah? It's full of sex toys. Yeah, they're like, "You were worried about the Chinese, but you didn't think that this would be something that maybe you want to tell us about? Fair enough, cool. Go and find a bag of pills, find a bag of crystal meth, bruv.
Fuck
Yeah,
me, bro.
and then they go.
He was looking to have a great time,
bro. And they're like, "Where have you come from?" He goes, I've just come from a party." They go,
did he?
What kind of party was it? It came to light that he'd just come from a sex party with all the gear. And some Chinese on the way home, you know what I mean?
Imagine that.
A couple spring rolls on the way home.
That, like, yeah, no, just had my arsehole fucking handed to me.
Do you know what I could go for? Fucking murder a spring roll. Chow mein is the spring rolls. I can murder it.
With some chips.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
Fucking hell.
And some duck sauce. So yeah, man. So then that's just the start of an episode, and it becomes this like international thing. They've got massive drug busts and stuff like that. It's fascinating because a lot of the time, and I'm not knocking the police because I am a bit, but on these shows, a lot of the time they make the normal stuff that you should do seem like super cop work. They're like, so what we did is we looked at his phone records and saw if there's anyone that he was calling when he was in the area that a drug deal is made. And I'm like, yeah, that's what you do.
You're supposed to do.
That's what you do. Yeah, and what we've done, we've traced that number and we've looked at the cell blocks, and it seems that they definitely were in the same place at the same time. So we've looked at some local CCTV, and from that we've managed to find, the car that he's meeting with. I'm like, that's what you spoke. That's police work 101. But that is just one of the episodes, bro.
That is mental.
Crazy stuff like that.
Pat on the back for doing the common sense thing.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of time when these criminals get caught, right, it's because they do something stupid. There was somebody, right, who
Marcus is talking to us like he's head of a crime ring. They're so fucking stupid.
It is
if you're
like,
gonna commit crimes, why do you do it like this?
Bro, someone commits a murder, yeah, in one of the episodes, right, and they couldn't find the evidence. He starts sending emails as the person to pretend they're still alive, and they track the IP address. How could it be coming from her house after she's disappeared and you're the only one in the house? So he nabbed himself. Then he became a suspect. It makes you think how many people get away with these things. And that's the difference. Because it's not in London, a lot of these ones, there's not pure CCTV everywhere, so they have to fill in the gaps. It's honestly, Kay, it's fascinating.
So if you're going to murder people, do it outside of London.
You got to take them out outside of London. That's it, really. Anyway, right, sorry, that was a proper digression there, but let's go. Right, okay, so this is a Clueless court. You're now going to be judge, jury and executioner.
Pom, 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 pom.
My mate reckons happy ending massages isn't cheating. Says it's purely mechanical and part of the massage. Rubs your back, rubs your leg, rubs your leg. His argument being that it isn't sexual as it's always under the towel and he can't touch and usually has a towel over his eyes. I still think he's cheating on his missus. Lol. What do you think?
This is insane.
It's the first one we got. Literally minutes after we put the link up, this came in.
This is under the. Firstly, I didn't know what is. What does he mean? Under the towel.
I think.
Marcus holding his own penis with both hands there. For those of you watching.
I think he's got a towel over him, and the handy shandy is happening under the towel.
Okay. That's cheating, isn't it?
Yeah, but. Let's crack into it a little bit more. I think
it's cheating, but it's not emotional cheating. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's not emotional cheating. Yeah, but I think the thing is, if you're not telling your other half, if you feel like you have to hide it from her, he's cheating, innit? You know what I mean? But if he genuinely thought it was cool and it was just part of the process, it would have come up in it like, oh babe, I had a wicked massage the other day. Flipping out, she topped me off nice at the end.
I've never understood the concept of a happy ending massage.
I think the idea behind it is, right, because I've got a friend who's actually...
Oh, a friend, yeah?
No, I've got a friend. I got a friend...
Oh, yeah? You got a friend? Mad.
I got a friend who's Malaysian.
Okay.
Right? And they said that it's not a big deal as much over there, but I don't know if that's what he's just saying. That's just Malaysia, one friend and one person.
Yeah, but he could be a scumbag in Malaysia going, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, you're right. You could, yeah.
It's not a big deal over there, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but I think the idea of it is, it's got to be...
Isn't Malaysia a Muslim country, if I'm not mistaken?
Oh, bro, I don't know, bro.
It is. Kuala Lumpur and all of that, bro. Bro, Malaysia's a Muslim country. They got their fucking...
It's a Muslim majority country with Islam as its official religion. But you know what, bro? Let's be honest.
No. You're saying it's not a big deal.
If it's under the towel, God can't see. That's what you're thinking.
You're saying it's not a big deal in a Muslim country. I'm here to tell you, I have got beans to sell you, bruv.
Bro?
I've got magic beans to sell you.
I'm telling you that to be surprised that stuff happens in any country is a joke thing, bruv.
No, I'm not surprised that it happens, but I'm saying it's not. The idea of saying it's not a big deal is mental, bro. It is a big deal in those countries.
Yeah, but there's a towel over it, so it's not a big deal. That's what I'm trying to say, innit? And there's a towel over your eyes as well, so it's.
So technically, you never saw it.
It never happened, didn't it?
Someone we both know got offered one.
How?
He had a massage, and they were like, "Happy ending,"
like that.
Yeah, and he was just like,
No thanks.
And then he was awkward. Like, basically, the way they asked him made him so, not me, made him so.
Hey!
No, I'll tell you who it was. I'll tell you who it was after this. Made him so awkward that
if you do the football thing, I can mute the mics for a second if you do that. All right, cool.
And yeah, it made him so, like, he was so relaxed after during a massage, but then they asked him that and he went, and it made him tense and awkward again. So it just like defeated the purpose of the massage.
At least he knew what was happening, because if it was your first ever massage and you didn't know what happy ending was or heard of it, if someone, you might presume they're saying, "Did you have are you happy at the ending?" I'd be like, "Yeah, great. Oh, great. Happy ending. Yes, I'm very happy."
I think it was somewhere on Lordship Lane as well.
Is it? Lots of I thinks, isn't it? But yeah, no, look, if you're hiding it from the other half, I'd say, look, that says a lot in it. Whereas if you were free and thought it was normal, you'd be like, yeah, it's cool, babes. Like, so if his missus is in the know, then I guess that's what their situation is.
To be fair, his missus might be like, it's one less job for me to do.
She's like, you know what? When he goes for a massage, he comes back, I don't get pestered at all that night. I get a good night's sleep. It's great.
But yeah, I just don't understand the point of it. But yeah, go on.
Here's something that I'm clueless. I think to answer your question, I think maybe it's you relax your body. And we know that after men bust, we are more relaxed. I think it's another layer of relaxing. But this is genuinely, I ain't got a clue about this. Is there a female version of this?
No.
Is there not?
Probably shopping. Probably buying some cushions.
The best thing is that if people don't know you're trying to troll them,
no, I'm I'm being inflammatory for
100%
for comic purposes.
Oh, you have to do it.
But no, I don't think there's a women's version of it.
You don't think there isn't?
No.
What would we call it though? I
think women's version of it is being left alone. It's being left alone. Being able to chill with their mates, with no men in sight. That's their version of it. Yeah,
that is a happy ending, isn't it?
For them. Yeah, exactly.
It's a happy ending. Yeah.
Happy ending for them is no men around and just chilling.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Right, okay.
Yeah, that was cheating.
This is a Ask Us Anything.
You slimy fuckers.
And this is from. By the way, if you guys want to stay anonymous, don't put anything in there. If you don't leave a name in, we won't say it.
Yeah, Ali.
I shouldn't say the email. I shouldn't say the email either, because that might give away the name. Even though it's a nickname one. Every week, I listen to the main episode and the Patreon. Woo! 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 I also listen to How to Kill an Hour. Woo! Woo! And I go to Kae Kurd's comedy club. Flipping out! Hey! I need to give you something for that.
Oh yeah, a happy ending of sorts.
as well as having tickets to his tour. Why? Come on!
Who is this Superfan?
This is a super... Yeah, thank you very much. As well as having tickets to, I'm a white female, skinny with no booty, and I'm butters. Hey, don't say that about yourself. Don't say that about yourself. Love yourself. Remember, 99% of your chungness.
Skinny with no booty. Yeah, but that can be solved.
That's a look for some people, though. Some people love that.
Yeah, I know. Some people do.
Yeah, like some people have no care about booty.
Some people do, but if you
some guys don't like big bums.
You can grow a booty though.
You can gym that. Buy one.
No, don't buy one, but grow one.
No, I'm just saying you could buy one.
No, you could grow one.
You could buy one though, innit? Be quicker, expensive.
Yeah, but a lot more health complications.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
Don't call yourself butters.
Don't call yourself butters. Yeah. I digression. I think you can add 1 point onto how chung you are by believing that you're better looking. Easy.
Yeah, but not like too overt with it.
Yeah.
Because there's some people that think they're too nice and you're like, better shut up.
Yeah, I hate that. I'm like, excuse me, do you know where the bathroom is?
I've got a man. Shut up, man.
I don't know where the toilet is, bro. Yeah, I don't want it. Right. What part of your listener demographic do I fit into? Am I even allowed to listen?
Of course you are.
And I live in RBCK. That's the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea. You fall into the kind of listener that supports us on the Patreon and can come to live shows, and you are welcome. You are welcome.
What, Royal Borough of Kensington in Chelsea?
Yeah.
But you could just live in one of the council flats. So.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Oh
There's
wow.
loads of them.
Oh wow. Yeah.
No, because like I was thinking, oh yeah, it might be somebody really rich and.
Well, clearly they got a lot of disposable income, bruv. And if they haven't, I rate them even more.
To be fair,
They come to our live show. They've gone to your comedy club. They're going to your tour. They're on the Patreon.
people from council flats have disposable income, bro. They ain't paying that much rent. £300 a month.
Well, I don't know what your name is, but big up yourself. Big up yourself. Thank you very much.
Honestly, most of you must realise everything I say in here is for jokes. But what I was going to say is, thank you for your support. Where do you fit in? You fit into Superfan. That's what you fit into.
I think so.
Yeah.
If there was a level of clan member that we can give a lieutenant something to do, what do we like a lieutenant? I don't want to take anything else from clans like I don't want to have like a grand wizard.
You said it the American way.
Lieutenant.
Yeah, it's lieutenant in the UK.
Lieutenant.
Yeah, lieutenant.
Do we want a lieutenant?
A lieutenant.
What do we do them? Because I'm not going to go for
very
grand
like
wizard
army.
because that's very racist and that's too clanny.
I mean, it's. What about? Do you know what? They really fucked it up for wizards, innit?
Finished. Also, if there's one way to make sure you're going to get rinsed, is having a serious collective and calling yourself wizards. I'm not taking you seriously now, bruv.
I often wonder, like, all of that stuff, like the dressing up and it's a bit long.
It's long and it's so ridiculously
just to be
stupid.
racist.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Like before,
bro, think about it. They're making these stupid ass outfits, getting dressed up in these stupid ass clothes, and giving each other stupid ass names.
Do you know the maddest thing about that is that's the stuff that would happen all pre-internet. None of that stuff is happening in the internet era.
Or like clans like that.
Like as in actually meeting up with bed sheets over your head and shit.
Yeah.
You're just being a Zoom chat, innit?
With all the cameras off. Dave, your camera's on. I mean, sorry, D-Wizard. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like one of those where you're like, what?
You just made me realize they are the equivalent of keyboard warriors because they're hiding to chat their
in
shit.
real life, yeah.
But before they had a keyboard to hide behind, they had to literally just put a sheet over their head and give each other dumbass names. But we digress, Kay. What do we call our super fans? Super clans? We've got to do something.
The hand jobs.
The happy ending. You're the happy ending demographic. There you go. But no, thank you very much.
I don't know, but yeah, big up you, innit?
Okay.
You're the best. You're the best.
Right. Got time for one more or two, innit? Right. This is a clueless confession, Kay. Yeah.
Ooh.
Not a question as such. I absolutely love the pod.
Here we go.
I went to Kay's last comedy club.
Nice.
I wasn't sure if I was ready to be out and about as my mum passed unexpectedly. So not long before, not so long before me and my boyfriend decided to go. As my mum had a crazy sense of humour, I know she'd want to find some laughs, and we did. I was waiting outside and saw Marcus go. By the way, I've not vetted these. I'm just reading these as they come in, guys. I will have a look at them in the future.
I saw Marcus outside and then I slowly started touching myself as how beautiful he was. I didn't realise how tall he was, how big he was, how strong he was.
I gave myself a happy ending. Right, I was waiting outside and saw Marcus going in because I was in a slight daze and I recognised him. And in my head, I thought I knew him. So I smiled to say hi. And I remembered I didn't in fact know and I probably looked like a smiling weirdo. Marcus just smiled back and I thought, he's a nice guy. Kay killed the comedy as usual. Made me laugh for the first time in a while. We'll see you on tour. My boyfriend cracks up as you rinsed him at the show a few weeks ago. He's the East London Ghanaian criminal lawyer who gave you his business card.
Oh,
anyway, keep shining and bringing good vibes.
Yeah. East London Ghanaian lawyer, yes.
What was he like? Better call Kwame?
No, he was. His name was Ben, I think, and then he had a Ghanaian name. And then I was going through the Ghanaian names on the day. He's like, I don't know. And I was like, how do I know more about Ghanaian culture?
He doesn't know. Fair enough.
So Monday is Kojo.
Yeah.
I think Yao is Thursday. Mm-hmm. Kofi is Friday.
Kwame is...
No, Kwame is Friday. Sorry. Yeah.
Kwame is...
Yeah, and then... anyway.
It goes from there. I think you've done well enough, bro.
There's like a few in it.
Yeah.
7 of them.
But yeah. Well, thank you for your clueless confession. Listen, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. All right. And also, big up you for giving more laughs.
Fucking hell, I've got good memory though to remember that.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, he gave you his card as well, like just in case you get in a jam.
But how many people give me their cards, bro?
I don't know. Do you get a lot?
I get loads.
What a brag that is. Come on. All right. Right. Ask us anything.
Oh, I saw 50 Cent the other day. We'll mention that on the Patreon. We'll talk about that.
Oh, so that's your clueless confession, yeah?
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about it on the Patreon. Yeah, we will.
Because
yeah, we will.
Someone went to 50 Cent once and never took me. So
yeah,
there we go.
Is it? Yeah. I saw 49 Cent. I think you also saw 49 Cent as well. He's now actually 50, isn't it?
That is the worst joke you've ever told.
It wasn't a joke. That wasn't a joke.
49 Cent.
Yeah, he is 49 Cent. He's 50 Cent now for real.
That's disgusting.
That wasn't even a joke.
That wasn't
even a joke. I wasn't trying to be funny.
Just end the episode.
I wasn't trying to be funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to contact us, go on to patreon.com/Aintgotaclue.
I've got a really good one. Should I do it now on the page? We've got loads. I'll say it now.
Yeah.
And we'll answer on the Patreon, right? I am being inflammatory here. Why can't some men just communicate? Like, if you're going through something, just tell me. Don't ghost me or go hot and cold on me. Sorry, rant over, but serious question.
He's got another girl. I think that's the long and short of it, my love.
We will continue the answer over on Patreon. Look, guys, thank you for rocking with us.
He's got someone else.
If you do want to get this episode early and without ads, then head over to the Patreon. You also get a bonus episode as well. Also, there's further lines of communications on the Patreon where we have little chat groups and stuff and chat with everyone and get busy. So head over there now if you want to hear Kae talking about his 50 cent, his 49 cent night out.